Welcome back, Plush Maniacs, to another Mario Plush collection. So in today's collection, we're going to be overviewing the entire Sanei Super Mario set from 2009 to 2015. So we're just going to go over every single plush that we have. Mr. Reynolds is back with us.
Hello everybody, I'm very happy to be here. I know it's been a while, but I'm officially back.
So we're going to go through each plush one by one of this very nostalgic set. So without further ado, let's get right into things with the Mario section.
Now this is the 2009 Sanei Mario. So we got this from Akari Japan in 2021. This one is very great. It has similar details compared to the Super Mario Galaxy set Mario plushes.
Here we have the Mario riding Yoshi plush. This is a very nostalgic one for me. Got it in 2021 as well. I paid way overpriced for it, but I always thought that this plush would make a lot more sense in the Mario Bros. Wii set, since the Luigi version is riding yellow Yoshi, and player 2 usually rides yellow Yoshi in that game, but I really love this plush, and it's still being in production today, so you can actually pick it up if you want. Next up, we have this Mario holding the pipe, a very nice one to have, like if you have a desk, you can put pens in it. I'm just using it to store some duplicate Mario movie figures I have. Not in the All-Star set for some reason. I think it should be brought over, but it's a nice, charming, nostalgic one for me, definitely. This is currently the biggest Mario plush of Mario himself that we have from this set. It is the 30th anniversary Pixel Pillow Mario. Now, I know when the set first released, it came with its own tag and branding, but the one that I got says Super Mario, so I'm counting it in this collection. And it is the only plush in the entire collection of 400 that we have that has the year 2016 on the tag, which I find very cool.
So now this is a 2009 Sanei Super Mario Fire Mario plush. So this one is also very good. We got that in the same plush lot with the Akari Japan lot with the old 2009 Mario as well. And this one is a very good one. Again, it looks like the Super Mario Galaxy set Mario, because it's of course a lot older, and it came out basically almost in the same year. And in Britain they released this in the new Super Mario Bros. Wii set, which was a neat addition.
So here's the little buddy American version of the old Sanei Fire Mario. And one really cool thing that I want to point out is just how different they look depending on the year you got it. So this is an original release from 2009. This one was from 2011, and it was produced in 2016, so right away you can see just how much of a big difference it has depending on the year you got it. It's still the same set, but they just look wildly different. Alright, we're moving on to Luigi's now, and this is the regular Sanei Luigi, and it even has the old logo on it still, which I find very cool. I bought this during the Year of Luigi celebration that we did in 2023, but this one is actually a very late release. It was produced in 2017, so it was already made after the All-Star set was released, and this one actually looks wildly different from early versions of Luigi. This right here is easily my favorite plush of regular Luigi that is not a power-up. This is the medium Luigi from 2012 of the old Sanei set. You just don't see many people talking about this guy. It's just a really high quality plush. Looks great, has that nice goofy nostalgic look to him. This one looks a lot like the early versions of the small one. So it's very nice to have one that looks like this. And I think this plush just deserves a lot more love and attention because it's a great plush. Very nostalgic one. Looks exactly like how you would imagine Luigi to look like in the Wii and DS era. So here is the Luigi holding the question block. And just like with the Mario, I am holding a spare Mario movie figure in it. But this is also a great plush to show what I was talking about earlier about how different each plush looks depending on the year it was made. Like this one was produced much earlier, so it looks like the very early releases of Luigi. So look at the face difference right here. This is how the early Luigis looked. This is how the late Luigis looked. So it looks like a completely different set depending on the year, but rest assured it is the same set if you were having any second thoughts. Alright, so here we have the old Sanei Fire Luigi, currently the only Sanei Fire Luigi to exist, because for some reason there is no All-Star one. I think that there should be an All-Star one, but this is currently the only one you can get. But thankfully it is still in production. You can find it at Target to this day. So if you don't have it, rest assured you can get this guy pretty easily these days.
So this is my least favorite custom. As you know, if you've been watching our channel for this whole year, you know that we made a custom Bubble Luigi. Well, it's one of those scented markers and it's washable. So when I picked him off the shelf, most of his dye already faded this whole entire year, so he was basically white. So I had to wash this guy off earlier today to get all the pink off. So there's still some pink on it, of course, but this guy was the worst one. So anyway, this was Bubble Luigi. I'll have to do a permanent marker next time.
So here we have the Luigi riding the yellow Yoshi, the one that I said would fit great with Mario Bros. Wii. And like the Fire Luigi, both this and the Mario version are some of the very few plushes of this original Super Mario set that are still being produced to this day. So you can get them very easily on Amazon. And this one was made in 2020. So here's the old Sanei baby Luigi. This is the only baby character that we have currently of the original Super Mario set. We still need to get baby Mario and baby Peach, and the baby Peach actually has some very notable differences from the All-Star one, but nonetheless, you will recognize this baby Luigi and all of the old babies if you watched Bowser Power.
Speaking of Bowser Power, we have the Bowser Power Old Sanei Peach, which I got in 2022. I really love this perfect one.
This is the Sanei Princess Daisy, the very first Princess Daisy plush from Sanei, and it has a very interesting, distinct look to say the least. I prefer the All-Star one, but I'm just very glad to own this one. Looks great, it's a very unique one.
Here is a very famous 2013 Rosalina plush from the old Sanei Super Mario set. She was localized and brought over here, of course, to the North Americas by Little Buddy, and we very love her super much. But we got her back in 2022, and she is a very nice one. Really the only Toad we have in this collection, and this is the old Sanei Toad that we got back in 2016 at GameStop. The blue version, of course. We are still missing the yellow and red.
This is the old Sanei Wario from 2012. I covered this guy recently in a short. Very nostalgic one, has a nice look to him, and yeah, very nice plush.
2021 of Christmas, I said I was gonna get this guy. In 2022, I said I was gonna get this guy, but I never did. In 2023, I never got this guy, even though I said I was. And in 2024, I finally got this guy. So here is the old Sanei Waluigi, and by far one of my favorites in the whole entire old Sanei Super Mario set. Here is the old Sanei Donkey Kong. He came brand new with his tags, and I got him in 2022. So this one is a very nice one too. My first ever Sanei Yoshi plush, which is the old Sanei Green Yoshi. I got him back for Christmas in 2016.
This is the old Sanei Yellow Yoshi. We've had all these colors for several years, and the colors have maintained themselves greatly. There's no fade whatsoever. Here we have the other two members of the Mario Bros. Wii Squad, Light Blue Yoshi and Pink Yoshi. This is Dark Blue Yoshi and Black Yoshi. So all of the colors of Yoshi that were not in the new Super Mario Bros. Wii game, all of their plushes came much later. So these ones were released in 2015, while the original four were released in 2010. White Yoshi and Red Yoshi. And lastly, we have Orange Yoshi and Purple Yoshi. The cool thing about these is that they were the first Yoshi plushes of these color. There was no Yoshi's Island DS of Orange and Purple Yoshi, even though they were on the tag, and not even the Banpresto set made these colors. So these were the first Orange and Purple Yoshi plushes.
So this is the old Sanei Birdo. We paid for an insane amount in 2021 at our local anime store. We got her for $40, and we finally got the Berto. This is our first official Berto plush.
Alright, we're moving on to my favorite section and the biggest section of the entire Super Mario set, and that is the Bowser Bad Guy Heel section. So this is the original 2009 Bowser from Japan. This is a Japanese import, and I can tell by the short tag right there. This is one of my golden gems of my collection. I'm so happy to own this version because it just looks exactly like a frame-perfect representation of how Bowser looked during the Wii era, which is my favorite era growing up and is my favorite era today.
Now, I loved Mr. McCormick's 2009 Sanei Bowser so much, so I decided to get one for myself in December of 2021. But to my surprise, this was probably the worst unboxing in history of Mario Plush Network, if you remember this failed unboxing. I got him the stock photo, or the photo of him on the card. He looked good, he looked clean. The seller said he was like new, but there was only one photo. I did not think much of it, but when I got him in the package, he came with all kinds of booger stains and a huge black tire mark on here. And it was absolutely disgusting. His shell is still absolutely disgusting. I still get the chills touching this guy because of how dirty he came. So I had to deep clean him with like every cleaning product that we had in our house. So this was definitely the worst unboxing. And for me liking the 2009 Sanei Bowser, I needed to get another one because this thing was just absolutely awful.
Here is the 2011 Bowser. This was the very first one that I got in early 2021. And it doesn't have the tag on it, but it does have the old Super Mario logo. And I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but people on the internet love to talk about the differences between the 09 and 11 Bowser Juniors. I personally cannot tell the difference between either of those, but for this guy, for Bowser, I could ramble on forever about the differences between these ones. This is the 2009 one. This is the 2011 one. It looks like a completely different set. Now, I'm not going to get into all the differences here, but I just want you to pause it and look for yourself. These look like completely different characters, but they are from the same Sanei set, and I love both of these very deeply. Like the old 2009 Fire Mario, this one was also put in the new Super Mario Bros. Wii set in Britain. Now, this may be my actual favorite gem of my entire collection. This is a brand new with its tag 2011 version of Bowser. It is in perfect mint condition. This thing is brand new, still has the tag on it to this day. And let's see when this puppy was made. This was made on the 20th of October, 2013, so 10 years to the day when Super Mario Bros. Wonder came out. That's just insane to think about. one of my favorite things in my entire collection. Hopefully, I can, fingers crossed, I can get a white tag Japanese one as well. One of my favorite aspects of the old Sanei set is just the variety of characters. Like, you can see how many big characters there are. There's small characters, and the All-Star set just isn't doing that, which is why this is one of my favorite aspects of the old one. Here is the old medium Bowser. This is the only medium one from Sanei that we currently have, unfortunately. This was the very first one that I got in January of 2020. There's a lot of problems with this one, so that's why I got the second one back there, but this is the first one. I have lots of memories with this guy, especially in our pandemic era plush videos. So here's the second old Sanei medium Bowser that I was talking about earlier. I got this in winter of 2023 for a great deal. It was only $50. Probably one of the best deals I've ever gotten. I'm keeping this guy with his tags. He's going to be mint in my collection forever, and he is one of my top 10 favorite plushes of all time. I love this guy.
Now, the guy that we use in all our videos, the classic 2011 Sanei Bowser Jr. plush, also known as Lyndon Bowser Johnson in our plush series.
This is the old Sanei Lemmy plush that I got in 2020 during the pandemic. So a cool story about this. I was so excited when I saw this thing, because you just don't see. It is such a rare occasion to see it, like characters like this, the obscure Koopalings in stores. Because usually you're going to see stuff like Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, the common characters like that. But to see somebody like this, a Koopaling in a store, I was ecstatic. I was over the moon. I had to get this guy in the store, and I'm very glad I did. He was my first ever official Koopaling that I owned.
On that same day, we got the Larry plush as well from Target. So we made this guy into Wintertime Larry, one of the best custom plushes we have. So you can see his nice little scarf, you can see the nice snowflakes. I did a very good job on this one, and I think it turned out great. And our first ever official Koopaling plush, this is the old official Royce. So I got this guy in Christmas of 2019. Is Royce. We got him in January of 2021. And now our second official Koopaling, and that is the old Sanei Wendy plush. We got her in Amazon in June of 2020. I wanted to get Rosalina, but I didn't have enough money, so I was this close to taking her back to Kohl's to get the money back to get the All-Star Rosalina plush. So that's a pretty funny story. And as you realize, she has no jewelry. She is completely naked. Well, that's because we used her materials to make Bowser's mom. And here is Iggy. He was in our famous January of 2021 haul. So it was a pretty big haul, and we got him in it. And this one is a very, very nice one. So as you could tell already, we have the rest of these Kameks. So this is our first old Sanei Kamek. These ones are just absolutely amazing. I can just ramble on and on and on about these things, and I love them so much. So I hope to show Candace again in our videos, as she's known in our series. So here's our first ever one. Very, very fond memories, because in 2021 I was jumping with joy when I got this thing, or when I first bought her, because I always wanted this Kamek, and I finally got her. And I loved her so much, I got a second one. And I love this one so much, I got a third one. And I love that one so much, I got a fourth one. So you're probably wondering where the third one is. Well, I sold it back because a misleading seller gave it to us, and it was another failed unboxing. She was brand new with her white tag, but she had a huge rip on the bottom of her dress. So that's why we took that one back.
Here we have the old Sanei Goomba, an absolute classic one of the most nostalgic plushes for us in the entire collection. I think after the Goldie Koopa, this was our very first enemy plush. Definitely the first enemy plush that we got from Sanei. And this guy was produced all the way back in September of 2014. So he is already 10 years old already, and it is just awesome to have this for so many years, and he has held up perfectly. Here we have the giant Sanei Goomba from 2012. So as I was saying earlier with the old Bowser, you just don't see stuff like this anymore from Sanei. Like, I'm not sure why they stopped doing it, but this is one of those aspects that I just love the Super Mario set about. Like, they try different things, and like, you don't see it anymore. Like, there's no all-star giant Goomba like this. It looks great. This is my favorite Goomba plush of all time, such a nostalgic looking character. And here we have the 8-bit Goomba pillow from the 30th anniversary part of the Super Mario set. Originally, of course, like with the Mario, it came with own Super Mario Bros. Set tag, but it has the regular Super Mario logo, so I'm counting it in this collection. Here we have the old Sanei Koopa Parachupa. So this is the only old Koopa that we have. We currently don't have the original sitting green Koopa, so we need to get on that eventually, but this is also a very nostalgic one as well. Here we have the old Sanei Hammer Bro, and this is actually one of the ones of the old set that I prefer more over the All-Star Hammer Bro. So this guy, I think, just has the perfect proportions. I like that he is in a sitting position, and it just looks much more like the Wii era Hammer Bros to me personally. Like, Hammer Bros were very prevalent in Galaxy 2, and New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and I think this plush represents those games perfectly. A very nostalgic one. Even though this was a much more recent purchase for me, I still was able to get a lot of nostalgia from him because whenever I see him, I just think of those games that I just grew up playing, seeing all these guys in there. It looks perfect.
Here is our 2011 unlocalized brand new with his tags Piranha Plant. So this is a very nice one. Of course, if you realize these guys are posable and are very nice, you can chomp its mouth up and down, and you can move it because there's a nice thick wire in here, so you can pose this guy, and it's a very nice one.
And then here is the American version of that same Piranha Plant. This is the very first Piranha Plant plush that we ever got from an old store called Hastings that no longer exists anymore, sadly, but that is where we got most of the official old Sanei plushes from in person around 10 years ago. Very nostalgic one. I miss that store very much. Here's one of my absolute favorites and one of the most nostalgic ones for me. This is the old Sanei Spike. This is the original version that I've had since 2014. This guy has been with me for 10 years already. One of my most prized possessions, and I just absolutely love using him in videos. And here we have two more old Spikes that I got from the 2021 restocks. They do look a bit different. Mostly just the materials used feel a lot softer, but it's probably due to age. But these are the ones that I got a part of those restocks before they made the All-Star version a year later. This is a new addition to the collection that you didn't see in last year's collection. This is a Japanese version of Spike that was released in late 2013. So one of my favorite videos to go back and watch is a video from Night Ram where he unboxes the entire wave, like he unboxed Fuzzy, Porky Puffer, Monty Mole, and the Koopalings all in one wave along with the Luigi's Mansion set. And it just reminds me like how that is the golden age of Mario plushes, like the late 2000s, early 2010s. To me personally, that was like the golden age of Mario plushes. So I just love going back and seeing that for the nostalgia reasons. But this is an original one from Japan that Night Ram would have unboxed in 2013. So like my old Spike, this guy has been with me for 10 years already. You can kind of see by the wear and tear on him because this is one of my favorite enemy plushes. This is the old Sanei Buzzy Beetle. Had him for 10 years. He was produced in November of 2014. This guy is old just like me, but I love him very much. And here we have two newer versions of the old Buzzy Beetle. Both of these I got at the same time as Spike and Monty Mole in the 2021 restocks before they made the All-Star version. Here we have a very special one. This is the old Sanei Monty Mole. And for the longest time before the Amazon restocks, this guy was easily the most rare plush in the set for some reason. Like, I guess they just didn't make a lot because this guy went for insane prices, but thankfully I got this a part of the restock in 2021. As you can see right there, he was made in May 2021, and they made an All-Star one a year later, so this guy is no longer that rare.
Now here's my Monty Melendez. This is also a part of our restocks. We bought two when these guys came out, and he is very nice. Here's the old Shy Guy Smithers. I believe I got him in 2015 on eBay. He sadly does not have his tush tag. I do not even know what happened to it. He hasn't had his tush tag for like almost 8 years, I believe, or something like that. But overall, this one's very nice, and this is probably my favorite Shy Guy. Now here is Hokey Pokey. I also got him a part of the Amazon restocks. Mr. McCormick does not actually have this plush. Now this is one of those instances, just like the old Sanei Kamek, where this plush is actually better than the All-Star one. And this is the old Sanei Lakitu. I also got a part of that Bai haul from Akari Japan in 2021. So this one is a very nice one, and I love him. He comes with a spiny, and the detail on him is overall amazing, and you can use this string to hang him. And then this one is kind of my favorite a little bit. This is the old Sanei Wiggler. Of course, this is the unlocalized one. So this one is a very nice one as well. But this thing came dirty. We got him very used for whatever reason, so I might get a new one soon.
This right here is my favorite enemy plush, and it is my favorite enemy in general, Fuzzy. So I was over the moon when my friend Spider told me that this guy got restocked on Amazon in 2021 because I knew I had the fake one for many years before that, but I just wanted the official one very badly because I love the Fuzzy character. So I was over the moon when I saw this guy. I ordered him right away. When I got him, I loved him so much that I got so much more other ones. I got many duplicates of this guy during the restocks. And yeah, very grateful to my friend for telling me about this guy. I love him very much to this day.
Now in the August of 2021 restocks, I also got the Fuzzy on the same exact day, and I kept him brand new with his takes ever since. My least favorite one, of course, because the restock ones aren't as good as these ones right here. The old ones from 2018. So these were the 2018 restock Fuzzy ones off of Amazon, I believe. But I got this one on Mercari, and I got this one on eBay, and coincidentally, they were produced on the exact same day. and that is in 2018. They were like the exact same day though, and these ones are the best in our collection, in our fuzzy collection.
So as I said before, I was a very huge fuzzy guy. I was so excited that I ordered 4 additional restock fuzzy plushes because I just love the character that much. So our total fuzzy collection is 9. We have 8 real ones. 2 of them were from the original re-release in 2019. We have these restocks, and we have 1 fake one. So we have 9 fuzzies. Hopefully we can round it out with a nice 10. This is the old Sanei Mecha Koopa. This was also one that wasn't seen as much in the old days. It was like Monty Mole. You couldn't find him for a good price, but thankfully he was restocked and I was able to get this old version of Mecha Koopa. Since there is an all-star version now, I'm thankful to own both versions. So another new addition to the collection that wasn't in last year's video. This is the old 2013 Dry Bones. I was very fortunate enough to get this guy brand new with his red tag. One of my favorite absolute gems in this collection. You don't see many people use or talk about the old Dry Bones as much, so I'm very glad I was able to shine some light on this very underrated fella. Great quality, just like the All-Star one, but it is a very distinct looking plush. He is in a sitting position, of course. The All-Star one is standing. Both Dry Bones plushes are phenomenal because Dry Bones is just a very phenomenal character in general, has a great design. And this guy was made in 2015, so he's almost 10 years old. Here's one of my favorites in the entire collection that I just can't explain why. This is the old Sanei Chain Chomp, and I've just grown to love this guy over the last year. Just has a great, like, look at that face. How can you not see this goofy looking face without having a nice grin on your face? Like, just look at how charming this guy is. And here we have the old Sanei Babam. And just like the Chain Chomp, the only real difference between this one and the All-Star one is just the shade of the color. This one is a lot more faded blue, while the other one is a much more navy dark blue. Here's our very first Boo plush. This is the 2011 Boo, a very old one. You can see he's kind of have this discoloration on him already. There's a couple of light stains on him, but that's okay. I have a lot of memories with this guy. Love him very much.
Now here's the massive Sanei Boo, still brand new with his tags. Well, technically, I used him in a scrapped video in 2022, but otherwise, this guy is a very, very nice one in our collection.
Here's the only Global Holdings plush of Mario that I own personally, and that is the old Sanei Cheep Cheep. This thing is like so old. It has the old Super Mario logo. The tag is fading already. This was produced in 2011. That was the year I started kindergarten. So that's over 10 years old already, almost 13 years old. That's amazing that I've been able to have this thing for almost that long. Great that it's stayed in great condition. I mean, his eye is kind of falling apart, but we're kind of retired this guy. He's going to be safe. He's not going to fall apart anymore. We're going to preserve him for many more years to come. He's a very nostalgic one for me, of course. Here's one of my absolute favorite enemies in the entire collection. This is the big Porky Puffer plush. Has a nice big design to him. He's a giant looking plush, the biggest official Sanei fish plush. This is the original one that I got in May 2021. I paid $60 for this guy. I had to import him all the way from Canada, and he went through Niagara Falls and all that. And then just a couple of months later, this guy got restocked for only $20. So if I was patient, I could have paid $20 for him. But I guess it was all good in the end because I got to have an original 2014 version. This guy is old. He's 10 years old already. This one was from 2021. So you can kind of see the differences there. But thankfully, they kept the consistency because Porky Puffer is one of the best enemy plushes you can get. So for many, many years already, Mr. Reynolds has been telling me that this blooper plush is fake. But after doing some research in the build-up to filming this video, I realized that there is like no fake blooper plush that looks exactly like this. And this looks exactly like the photos I've seen of the official Sanei one. And the official Sanei one has the black string like this. This is a very high quality nylon string. So I have come to believe that this is an official Japanese release of the old blooper. But I want to hear all of your thoughts. If there's any plush experts out there that actually have the old blooper, I want you to tell me down below in the comments what you think. I think it's real. Mr. Reynolds thinks it's fake. I have not seen any fakes that look like this. So I think it's real, and I'm very glad to own this guy. Again, building off what I said earlier, one of the things that the old Sanei set does that the All-Star set doesn't, they don't have big pillows like this. So this is the official Sanei Swamp Pillow. They actually just released it last year, or they re-released it. They restocked it in 2023. So this guy is still alive and well. You can get him if you want anytime on Amazon. It is a great looking plush to have and one of the best plushes in this entire set. Last but not least, the final enemy of the Sanei Super Mario set that we currently have. This is the giant 15-inch Bonsai Bill pillow that I got in 2021. Very happy with this guy. You don't see too much merchandise of Bonsai Bill. So here we have a couple of item plushes, very small item plushes. So this is a zip-up coin box and is actually still being produced to this day. And I got it at Target in 2021. So if you're lucky, you can find this thing in the store. It is an official part of the Super Mario set with the red tag. And also we have this old pipe that just got re-released this year in 2024. So if you didn't get the original release, you can get the restock of this pipe. And yeah, it's a pipe. Not much more to say about that. So here's a very interesting one to me. We have this mega 15-inch red shell pillow. There is also a green shell version that I still need to get. And if you go back to my original unboxing of it, I was kind of astonished by the different tag that I had, because it just had an image of the plush on it. It didn't have the red tag, but it is still a part of the original Super Mario set. These came out in 2015. And yeah, they're really high quality pillows, much better than Mochi Mochi. So last but not least, I couldn't take these out because I don't want to damage my whole setup here. But we have 3 additional giant 15-inch power-up pillows. First, we have the Super Mushroom. These are from the same set that I mentioned with the question block earlier, and the red shell pillow. So then we have the question block version. All these are 15-inch. And then we have the 1-up mushroom kind of buried back there under the goat Poochie. So there you have it for the entire Sanei Super Mario set. So there you have it, Plush Maniacs, the entire Super Mario set collection for 2024. As we said before, this is a very nostalgic set for us, the first mainline set we got when it was released. Let's quickly go through my top 5 favorites and we'll get to his. So my top 5 favorites are probably my 2009 one from Japan, the medium Bowser right there, the fuzzy Porky Puffer, and old Chain Chomp. Those are my favorites.
So my top favorites are the old Sanei Kamek plush, the Candace as she's known in our videos right there. The 2 Franklins that are down there, those are my 2 favorites. They're like the exact same thing, so they combine as one technically. My 3rd favorite is Rosalind. My 4th favorite is the old Sanei Peach. My 5th favorite is of course the 2011 Bowser Jr.
So this set we have been collecting for almost 10 years already. It's been an amazing 10-year run. Been probably a very charming, nostalgic set for a lot of people out there. Even though mine is probably still the All-Star set, my favorite one, this is probably the one that I have the most memories with, that has the most charm personally, and it's been a lot of fun covering it for everybody here. So we hope you all enjoyed this 2024 Sanei plush collection. We hope you subscribe if you enjoyed. Stay tuned for our full 2025 plush collection, which will include all 400 plus plushes of all sets. We're very excited to do that, and we'll be here for the 40th anniversary next year to cover this set. Hopefully we can get some more. We're still missing a couple of more, like old baby Mario, old baby Peach, Diddy Kong, Donkey Kong holding the barrel. There's
the red toad and the yellow toad.
Yeah, those ones, and we're also missing the green shell pillows.
And Ludwig.
And Ludwig, yes. So hopefully we can get all those by next year, but we'll be back to cover those next year. So stay tuned for all that, and we hope you enjoyed this collection, and we'll see you in the next video. So thank you very much.
Bye.
Goodbye.